Vocaloid.
Hey everybody, Josh Bess here. This is part 2 of this short 3-part series on creating a vocal chop sample with Vocaloid. In the first part, I showed you how to open up Vocaloid within Cubase, draw notes, and write in lyrics. Now we're going to dive into the Vocaloid editor and do some more in-depth editing to this sound. Let's jump into it. So the first thing we'll take a look at is the dynamics. This is what's going to bring movement to this sound. Instead of every single note connecting smoothly together, we'll be able to create breaks and new rhythmic movement to every individual note within this. For example, this first note, I can make it dip down quickly to create a short and more precise note instead of having it connect smoothly to the next one. So let's take a listen to this. The most simple way to think about this is it simply being a volume control. If you bring the level up, it'll get louder. If you bring it down, it'll become softer. And this allows you to create these cutoffs for each note individually. So I'll apply this idea to the rest of the notes here. And I like the way the notes sound in the middle, so I don't need to add any dynamic changes to those. This is also important to know. If you like the way it sounds, you don't have to edit every single note. If it sounds good from its original setting, simply keep it the way it is. Now, the next thing I want to edit is the breath. This is going to add a really big difference to this. I'll turn the breath all the way up so you can hear the difference for all the notes. So you can hear this does make a big difference with the sound. So what I'll do is add some small breath movements throughout the whole section here, simply to add some more variation to the sound, spice things up a bit with that. And I'm really going to be experimenting with this. I don't have a specific thing that I want to do. I'm simply going to draw on some notes in this wave-like pattern, and then I'll edit them a bit from there, and we'll see how it all sounds. Alright, this sounds pretty cool, but there's one little spot I'd like to change, but that's about it. Alright, now the gender factor. This is going to act similar to a formant filter. What I want to do is a little bit similar to the breath. I want to really experiment with this. You can see that the waves are pretty in line with each note, creating this filter kind of movement between each note smoothly. So it gives it this really interesting sound. And now I'll add some growl. This is going to add a distorted growl type of sound to this Vocaloid singer. I'll let you take a listen to it at its full level. So you can hear as this distorts the sound, I'm not really going to go crazy with this. I'll kind of swoop in and out occasionally just to give some new sound and new character to these notes, but I'm not really going to go too crazy with it. I simply want to add something that doesn't make the sound too repetitive. All right, and now the most important part, the pitch bend. The pitch bend is actually very simple. You draw the level down and it pitches the note down. You draw the level up and it pitches the note up. And for me, the pitch is the most important thing for creating feeling and emotion with the notes and lyrics you're creating with your Vocaloid. One of the main reasons for this is because it's simply a part of the English language. When we pitch up, it sounds like we're asking a question, going up. When you're pitching down, it sounds a little bit more serious, And even when there's no lyrics involved, you can use these pitches to convey emotion to your listener through your Vocaloid as well. So I'll draw in some pitch bends and we'll take a listen to these. This pitch is up a little too high, so I'll fix this. And this is what we have. All right, next we'll export this audio and we'll have our own original vocal sample to work with. From there, we'll apply various audio effects and tricks to create the final vocal chopped sound. I'll see you in the next video.